Hi, welcome. It is the most incredible day in Plymouth today. The weather is just absolutely stunning. It is so warm. I'm wearing so much sun cream. It's probably all going to go in my eyes, but that doesn't matter. Look at it. So today we're going kayaking to Kingsand and Cornwall from Plymouth. So I'm going to take you along. I did this journey recently and it was absolutely beautiful. There's some amazing spots. So we're going to get cracking soon and head off. Look at this. This is Richmond Walk in Plymouth. As you can see, a kayaker's paradise. Here she is. So I'm going out today in my itiwit X500, which is a inflatable drop stitch kayak. Here we go, we're just setting off now from Richmond Walk, and I've just realised I've forgotten to set my Strava. So I'm going to do that, because did it even happen if it isn't on Strava, hey? So this bit is what I would call the scariest part of the whole journey, because it's really rough and it gets really busy with boats coming and going, and if there's ever a part I think you'll come off, here it is. You can probably see from the camera it is pretty rough. Okay, so the scariest part of this entire paddle is over and done with. That is the crossing from Richmond Walk over to what's now called Barnpool, which is where I am. That bit's quite scary because it gets really choppy, there's loads of different currents, so you have to be really careful, and there's often a lot of boats. Behind me as well, we've got the fire brigade practicing rescues. So over there is a fire service, and you can see there's a guy in the sea and they're aiming to collect him. This is Barnpool, which is on the edge of Mount Edgecombe, and it's absolutely beautiful. Over there is Drake's Island. So this is such a beautiful part of the bay because it's quite shallow and it's sandy and rocky, so you get quite a lot of different seaweeds, fair bit of fish. It's just a really beautiful place. Okie doke. So I've now come round the corner from where we were, where the beaches are at Mount Edgecombe, and I'm in this really nice part of the bay which is a bit further along. I'm near to the breakwater, so I'll show you what I can see. So we've got a massive boat over there coming in. There's the breakwater. Got some boats over there, and this is what it looks like where I am. So it's quite hard to film and kayak because it is quite rough in places, so you have to keep some momentum, especially because there has been quite a few waves. It is relatively calm though today compared to how it can be. Just behind me is Fort Picklecombe. So this is really nice private holiday rents, and it's got a lovely private beach, so I don't think we can actually stop there. It's still pretty wavy where I am right now. This is the least wavy part I think I've been on this trip so far. So I'm just going to pause here for a moment, and then I'm going to push on to Kingsand and Cornwall, and then I'm going to have some lunch on the beach and hopefully go for a swim. So I would say I'm now halfway between Kingsand and Cornwall and Fort Picklecombe. I just said it, I've forgotten again already, I'm terrible for that. Anyway, I'm halfway in between both of those. It's really nice along here. There's really beautiful stretches of the cliffs and also loads of little private beaches. Well, I guess they're not private, they're just inaccessible beaches. Fort Picklecombe is private, but the rest are just inaccessible unless you're on paddleboard or kayak. So each beach I've seen has pretty much had today a paddleboarder or a kayak enjoying those, and why not? That's the only way to access them. It's incredible. Wow, look at this most insanely beautiful little beach that I just found. So I'm pretty sure that this little beach is probably only accessible by kayak, unless there is some way down from the cliffs, but I don't imagine there is. And it's so incredible here. The sea is so beautifully clear with the sand underneath it. It's the most amazing colour. Made it to Kingsand Beach, and it's so lovely and warm, and the sea looks absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna have some food and most definitely go for a swim before I head back. It's almost tropical here. This is just absolute heaven. It is so beautiful here. It's just incredible. As much as I want to, I can't stay here forever, even though it's so nice. I have to get up, get dressed, and get back in the kayak and paddle back to Plymouth. Made it. So that was a bit of a wild part of the beach to get back in with the kayak, because there was quite a lot of waves, so it was really difficult. So I actually made the decision to move along to the next beach, just, you know, wading through the water, which wasn't an issue at all. That was actually much easier. I was able to get in, get caught on a wave and get straight out, whereas before the waves were just pushing me to the side but not sort of like pulling me back round, so I wasn't going anywhere. But we're in and it's absolutely gorgeous. It seems a bit easier going this way, so hopefully the journey back will be a little bit less bumpy, because there were moments where, I'm not going to lie, when you're out in the sea on your own in a kayak and it's quite rough, then you kind of think, it is a bit of an adventure sport, but hopefully we'll have a bit of an easier way back. Look at how insanely gorgeous this is. It's so cool. Just come over to look at this beautiful beach that I saw earlier that those kayaks were at, and it's so lovely, and I can see some nice jellyfish, and I genuinely mean nice, like I think it's lovely to see them, and little skulls of fish. It's so beautiful. Look at this. So I'm going to keep heading back now, and hopefully we'll see some more fish, and hopefully it'll continue to be a bit of an easier journey back than it was to get here. So far that seems to be the case. Isn't that absolute dreams? I found another secret beach. Oh my goodness. This is so different to going here. Going here, this part I was just full on head down paddle, and now it's lovely and calm, but I think I remember it being like this last time. And last time was low tide, and this is high tide going to low. So I think it just must be the direction that the waves come into the bay. So I've come around now to one of the beaches on Mount Edgar. It looks so luscious and green. So the next bit is, of course, the mouthway to the river. I can't think what it's called. Anyway, this is the scary bit again. So it's the bit where all the traffic is, and you get all of those weird waves that are going in every direction. So I'm going to put my head down, concentrate on that, and then I'll catch you the other side when we're back at Richmond. So I made it across the scary part. I proper was freaking out. I was going to myself, head down and paddle, look at where you're going, head down and paddle, look at where you're going, be aware. I don't know if anyone else does this, but when they're kind of scared, they kind of coach themselves through it out loud though. But yeah, I did it. Another time I've succeeded, so it can be done. So I'm back and I've packed up the car and all ready to go now. I've done about 8 miles of paddling. That was a really lush day out. It was a little bit scary in places. I always find that it is in the sea, just because I think you have to have your wits about you. Obviously I don't want to get rescued, so I try and limit that happening, but it was such an enjoyable experience all the same, and it's really nice to feel that independence and that you can look after yourself out on the ocean. I hope you enjoyed coming along. Thanks very much. Bye.